flow. Just flow your best.
Let me see how.
No, I want to overthink it. We want to be good. We want to be great.
Welcome, everybody. The first official episode of F Your Feelings, middle-aged men with modern problems. We're excited to have you.
We are excited.
And we're happy you're here with us. Congratulations, you made it.
F Your Feelings, Anthony.
F your feelings, Eric.
F your feelings, Brother John.
And to all of you out there watching us, F your feelings too. You know, we're just a couple of guys. F your feelings is just a way for us to say, we don't care what you think. You probably shouldn't care what we think. It's really about just having your own thoughts and opinions, and these are some of ours. We're gonna have some fun in the meantime, and we're gonna have, I think today we're gonna spin the wheel. We have some great topics to talk about. Some crazy things have happened in this world. We always talk about our president. We talk about what's going on, but today Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I'm going to use that word because it was very graphic in a day and age where I mean, you can see, I literally saw how this man died. His last breath, we all witnessed it.
It was awful.
It was awful. And whether you have an opinion, you should not have to suffer something like that. Whether you like it or not like it, there's no way anybody.
You actually turn off the sound on that. It actually just looks like he took a nap.
It was awful.
It's actually like he just
We just need as a country, we need all leadership, both sides. This isn't a political thing, because once you start having political assassinations become like a norm,
no better than Mexico.
democracy is being eroded slowly but surely. So we need our leadership on both sides to treat every event like a Charlie Kirk event the same way. It can't just be upset when your person dies. It's got to be when anybody politically is assassinated. We have to be very angry, all of us. It will just keep us, our democracy's eroding with each killing.
It has to be bipartisan.
It has to be bipartisan, and we just got to do it. And please, it's awful, because this guy had a wife and 2 kids.
Yeah, killing somebody for their political affiliation is just as bad as killing somebody for their race, color,
100%.
or religion.
Agreed.
It's just awful.
Awful.
And as awful as that is, we still have lots of things that have happened in the world as of late, right? We have sports, we have NFL, we have all kinds of things happening. Daniel, what's up with his hat?
Oh, geez, Daniel.
Well,
Daniel, what is that, Daniel? What is it, covering the little Dolphins?
I think we should also take a moment of silence for the end of the Dolphins season. And I feel we don't deserve to show the Dolphins logo today out of disgrace. I'm a disgruntled fan. I'm a diehard fan, as you know. And I put my neck out on the line, and I threw a lot of big numbers, and I made a lot of videos, and I look like an asshole.
What was his record, Eric, again? What was the record?
11. Hold on. In fairness to Daniel, there's still 16 more games that they can lose or win.
Right.
Or win. But
I mean, Jesus.
hold on, but I want to point out a couple of things. 43 yards in the first half is the lowest amount since 1991.
Yeah.
That's correct.
We could go into so many things with that game. I think we could discuss them all.
No team has gone 7 possessions without being stopped in a century.
No. Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I thought the Dolphins did that against Denver 2 or 3 years ago. Didn't they? And it was nonstop. They scored on every
But
drive.
they stopped at some point. They had to stop.
I just think there's a lot of things you could take from that
Either
game that was scary.
the Dolphins had 8 months to prepare for this game,
And that's when
they
they came.
basically look. Even if they lost by 3 points, with all the games in the NFL nowadays are
So
close, and teams look competitive. This team looked uninterested.
Yeah.
I will say this,
They just
full
look
statistic,
uninterested.
there was only one punt the whole game, and the only punt, it was...
Because we turned it over every time.
Dolphins were penalized for roughing the kicker.
Yeah, but not only that,
they even took the punt away.
not only that,
One
we
punt.
just turned it over every time. We weren't punting.
was
We were turning it over. It wasn't an interception. It was a fumble.
It wasn't a game.
It wasn't.
It's a sad day to be a Dolphin fan. I know how. Can we?
That's why I'm blacking out the Dolphin logo and out of disgust. But I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. We're still going to talk about some NFL here moving forward. But I want to start the show with a question, right? As I've gotten older, I view things in a different scope, and I think anybody who is younger may not see it now. Like when your parents tell you something, you say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about now." When you're 50 years old, like, God damn it, right? son of a bitch. And then you become your parents and things like that. But
It's like the progressive commercial.
right, but as I've gotten older, I start to see the world in a different light, right? So I saw this quote, and it really resonated with me, and I'm just going to read it to you guys. I want you to think about it, and this is what it is. The gift of awareness is that it humbles you. It forces you to admit your blind spots, to set aside what you think you already know, and to pay attention. And that was really resonated with me because as I've gone on, I want to recognize my mistakes and be better at what I am every day. I want to try to be a better person. And I think the health journey that I've gone on has really helped me see things in a different way. So,
The quote. I do love the quote.
so my question is what is something that resonates with you now that you're older? Is there something that's happened to you that was that resonating thing? Because that's what it made me think of. And I want you to just kind of.
Well, I got a famous quote. It's a famous quote from 1987. It's, what do I get for $10?
What do you get for $10?
Anything you want. Anything?
No, it's a good. It's
That was quote
that was a
by,
Two Live Crew.
my hip hop band in the 80s.
Anything you want.
Anything?
That's actually
That's a nice
interesting.
quote. Whatever. It's cute, boring, whatever. Okay, next.
No, it's an
it's nice.
interesting
It's a nice
question.
quote. I'm just kidding
It's an.
here.
I mean, it's an interesting. I see. I'm reading it again to try to kind of.
To everybody, I like to bust Eric's balls. I don't know what it is. I'm yang to his yang. We got to make it.
That's what it's about. Look, I say that the friends that make the most fun of you.
What did you? What was your answer to this? I didn't even. You didn't even hear your answer at the end.
did.
What did you say?
Something that resonates with me.
He was about to say something. The friends, I like that. It was a very loving, you were spilling some feelings on
sorry.
friends. You were saying the friends that put you down the most or insult you are the friends that love you the most, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, how much do you love breaking your brother's balls?
Oh.
Is that like the one thing in life you enjoy more than anything else?
Think
it is.
He's top 3, but my wife and my mother are first.
Right.
I'm only number 3.
You're 3 with who I want.
Ruth, you heard it here first. He's breaking your balls on purpose.
On purpose.
And he likes it.
And I do it.
But those are the ones you love the most.
I do love them very much.
And you can get away with it because it's mom, it's dad, it's whatever, And so yeah,
I had it out with my mom this week. We can talk about that later. It was very funny.
But to answer your question, what resonated with me is that I've realized now as I got older that I've made mistakes, and I want to recognize them more moving forward so I can be a better person. But not only that, but the health journey I've gone on from being a 400-pound person to being someone who's really into health and fitness and my body and wanting to feel good has made me just look at my mindset is much different now. It's the way I view things. It's how I want to live my life.
Just be careful when you turn your arm around because your veins are popping out. It's kind of intimidating.
Look, for some of you who don't know, my goal is to have the body of a
You've
Greek
said it.
god.
You've said it a few times.
Look, some say it's not possible. Well, I want to say it is. So, we're going to be doing some things as well.
I'm curious about Daniel. Daniel, what do you take from this quote, Daniel? Like, I'm actually quoted.
I think I'm in a philosophy. In all honesty, I kind of lost interest on the first 2 words.
Okay.
Where is
I
this
got
quote?
you.
I don't mean to be.
The first line, the
I
gift.
actually have a quote that I.
No, but the gift of awareness is.
But where was your quote? I'm sorry. I want to. And no disrespect. I'm sorry. I'm very excited. This is our first official podcast.
Okay.
I'm very excited. I was thrown off. I'm a little verklempt here. So let's. The quote was
You
where.
said in your notes
Mine
that
is to listen more.
Yeah.
To listen to people more. Like, give them a chance to speak. Because you can learn a lot from what other people think. Even if you disagree with what they're saying, you could still learn a lot.
Just this conversation with
Would that apply here? Like, that's a blind spot. I think I need to listen more.
We're actually, this is impressive because right now I think we've hit a milestone. My brother is talking at a much lower level right now. I'm beyond impressed.
I'm sure
Eric has slowed down his conversation. This is crazy.
Yeah, we're trying our best.
Hold on, Danny. I want to go back to something because he says that this question doesn't resonate with him.
It
That's fine.
resonates with me.
He's entitled to F my feelings, but I want to challenge him on something because before the show starts, we email each other what we want to talk about, and one of the things he talked about was something that literally resonated with him.
Yeah, I did.
So what resonated with you? Like,
No, now you're gonna put it down now because I'm not. It was it was my brother-in-law Jeff, my wife's brother. I love him. Love my brother. He sent me a really cool post, and it basically it says raising the ones you can't live without to live without you. So basically,
Yeah, it's true.
what's the hardest part about being a dad is realizing you're raising the ones you can't live without to live without you.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty damn true. Think about it. We raise our kids our whole lives for them to not live with us.
Yeah.
Kind of like
I'm
when
going
Aaron
through it
moving
now.
away and
Yeah.
you're all depressed and you like to see.
Wow, I'm feeling what he's saying there. Yeah.
So that resonated
And I
with
think
me.
Jeff has a kid going to college, right? Or coming.
But Jeff's kids are in it. Eric has a kid. Eric's kid, Dylan, very bright kid. He just started FAU. He could have gone to Harvard.
Yeah.
And he just went up, but he's living at
It's
home now.
tough. I mean, I get the quote. I mean, it's true. You do, and you just don't feel like they're there yet. My son's second year college, and that's the thing that keeps me up at night. It's that thought: is this kid ready for this real world? We talk about it all the time, and I'm like, I don't think he is right now. Just as a parent, I think we've done a good job, but I don't think my son is ready yet, and I feel like I still need to give him
That's for him
speeches
to figure out.
constantly,
Right.
so he understands what he's about to go out into. But now I'm getting more nervous. Now my speeches are more pressing. You know what I mean?
The thing about how much you were not prepared for the world, but you figured out. Now, granted, I agree, things are different now. But I mean, so just like things are different for you, and things are different for your dad, and things are different for your grandfather, it's going to be different for every generation. So he's, figured out, right?
But then, like you said,
Look
like
at the
people
thing,
like
around and find
no,
out.
but then I got people like you and Daniel and then others that tell me I don't have as much to worry about with Aaron. You all say he's got something. I know he's got something, but still he's my kid. He's got something different than other kids, and I know he'll be great.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You see the parents, you see the support system around. Like some of those things are just tell
So
signs.
you guys saying that to me makes me feel better.
But even if he was to be a failure, it would be a success in most people's eyes. And I'm saying that mean that he's not going to fall very far from what you think would be what you're shooting for, right? You always shoot for the moon, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Right.
Yeah, as a
Aaron does
parent.
have a good nature about him. He's a soft-hearted soul. He's a very socially
He's gifted socially.
gifted, and I think that will take him far. Because
It does.
because
I think it
I have friends like that are heavily connected. They know how to connect with people. They're not the smartest people, and those are the people that do the best.
And you all make me feel better on a day because I know those qualities of his, but at the same time, you're still as a parent. It's like that quote you just
But he'll
said.
figure
It's like
things
you
out.
just want him to be ready and do
Just
it.
like you figured it out, he'll figure it out. And
I was a sex phone operator. Okay, it only gets better from wherever I go. Talk about that on another episode.
not only will hopefully their kids figure it out, we're going to figure this out too, right? First podcast, we're learning a few things. We invite all of you out there to push, smash all the buttons. Please share our content. We're only going to get weirder, stranger, and more interesting to watch. So
We're trying to get better. We're working at this. Listen, we're learning as we go. We want you guys to tell us topics you'd like us to discuss. We want to
connect with our
want to
audience.
connect with our audience.
So what do you got for us? Right? Do you have a song you want us to play, a parody? We want to hear it. You have a poem? I want to hear it. A haiku?
Something interesting that happened in your life this week. We'd like to hear stories. We may not care about your stories. We're not going to judge you for your stories, but we want to hear your
I
stories.
got something better. Remember the show called Jerry Springer? Now, I'm not saying I want to be the Jerry Springer show, but like they would have the hotline. Jonathan, you're going to have to put up the hotline that we have for the website where you can come and you can tell us your story. And if we like it, we can have you on the show. We can send you swag. So yeah, we want you to be a part of our community. 100%. We want to grow with you guys. And today we're going to do a grab bag of topics. I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about. That's half the fun, right? So we have a sheet of paper here. It's got a bunch of topics on it that we've all kind of have an idea of what that's going to look like. And I'm going to spin the wheel, and where it lands, we don't know. And that is what we're going to talk about. So Dan, you're up first. I'm going to spin the wheel, and we are going to get this going. No, where's it gonna land on? I don't know. What is it? What did it land on? Daniel, what did it land on?
My son's poop story, I guess it landed on my funny, dirty story.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Duty.
I call it daddy duty. I am definitely no pun intended, a hands-on dad, and I was giving my son a bath. And as I was doing so the other day, he started pooping naked as I was putting him in the bathroom, and the poop went everywhere. All over.
Wait, was there water already in the tub?
Yeah, but the poop didn't actually make it to the tub. I actually was picking him up, putting him in the
Jesus,
tub, and the poop actually just started falling out. And I was like, holy fudge bucket. I didn't know what to do. I was confused.
Did you actually say holy fudge bucket?
I just basically said, what the shit is going on here is what I said. I was like, what is going on? You know, and he's just laughing, whatever. I'm just like, do I even wipe his toast or do I just put him in there and wipe him as I'm in there?
No, you have to wipe the first
because it's all you're shampooing him, you're washing.
No, you gotta still do the clean in the anal. You're not gonna get that in.
I did not.
Oh,
I'm going to admit, I put him in there and I started
my
wiping him thoroughly in there. So you're saying there was a little bit of poop water residue?
Oh, for sure. You know me with poop water residue.
But I drank the poop water afterwards. I was
stop it.
thirsty.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I think you were there. I mean, I remember I was never good with, I mean, again, we're years apart with our childbearing, me and my brother, but I think you were the first poop experience that I had to deal with the poop. You were...
Well, he peed in your face.
No, okay, that's
it.
why I
remember.
But Lauren had to leave. She had to leave for 4 hours. Aaron took a poop. I'll never forget it. And you know me, I'm very anal when it comes to the whole thing was hard for me. And I used a whole roll of wipes on my first poop clean.
You did by yourself?
My first poop clean for Aaron. 3 months.
Crazy then.
I was crazy.
You didn't recognize the OTT.
Well, no, I had it.
We
I had it
both
way
didn't know what
earlier.
we were doing.
I had no clue what I was doing, and I just wanted to make sure he was clean because it gets in with.
Wasn't your ass
It gets in
sore?
your balls. It gets in your. You're gonna say it gets. Yeah, the poop gets everywhere for the baby.
You did it for the baby, not
For the baby,
yourself.
not for myself. When I did it for Aaron, Jesus, what are you so fucking? Did you take a good edible already? Listen, no, Aaron, I was cleaning him and I used a whole roll. I mean, it was much. The poor kid's ass. It probably was awful. But I just remembered. I think Daniel was there, and we were watching football, and Lauren left me with him. I'm like, damn, he did all his shit everywhere.
He pissed in your face.
I don't
know why I remember that.
Yeah, he did piss in my face.
Water, urine.
I remember, and you know me, I had a shower for like 3 hours after that. And all of that was very tough for me.
But I just say the last thing. Go ahead. What were you?
No, I want to hear. I want to hear the end of the story.
I thought I accomplished a medal. So when my wife came out, I said, "Honey, I'm Father of the Year. I deserve 10 awards." I mean, you
What's
have
it
no
called?
idea.
Wife.
She goes, "Congratulations, you took care of one day. I've been doing this for 5 years."
So you got no currency there. What was it
Nothing.
called?
Right there.
I thought he would get
Any wife currency that he had built, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, it was a bad day. It was a bad day on the market.
My wife is it's tax season. She's an accountant.
Oh, he got taxed.
She's like, that's nothing.
She's got to get her September 15th.
Basically.
Corporate.
And then October 15th.
Yeah, and then October 15th.
So she's like, congratulations, you've done nothing but deal with it in one day. Congratulations. I said, but Beth, poop fell. She goes, that happens to me all the time. I'm like,
so there was no currency on this one. You got nothing. You couldn't even use it later. It's nothing. There's nothing to be used here.
I'm so disappointed. I should have saved that.
Because I know that's hard for you to do a whole day of daddying. Like, that's tough for you. Because, no, I get it.
Whatever. It's disappointing.
Well, let's spin the wheel again. Let's see. Anthony? What are we going to talk about? We don't know. Ta-da!
I mean, obviously, you know me, I'll always talk about, or if I have any chance to, and think the wheel went here, we got the canes. I mean, isn't that great? The wheel lands on the canes when I want to land on the canes. I mean,
You got to throw up the
you got to throw up to you.
got to throw up the you.
So last week we didn't, I mean, not much to, I mean, obviously we played Bethune-Cookman, but I will take some things away from that game. Daniel and I went to the game. One, Beck threw some bloody nice balls, whether you're playing a no defense or nothing. And this Daniels receiver, who you brought up about last week, which I didn't know the story that Cristobal said, I'm going after this guy. And I can understand now why. This guy makes some drastic catches. Now, Fletcher, my number one guy, was awesome. Again, he looks great. He looks fantastic.
It's not like they put up a ton of money.
No, they didn't put up a ton of money, but he looked great.
And Malachi?
No, and Malachi Tony, but again, no catches
For JoJo.
for JoJo. And I don't think we all understand how, I think Canes fan understand.
That's how good.
This is an amazing receiver, and he doesn't have a catch in 2 games.
That is how good C.J. Daniels and Malachi Tony is. That a guy like JoJo Trader can't even get on the field because
No, he's on the field. He's just not going to catch us. He's on the.
They're not throwing them the
No, they're not. Clearly not throwing them the ball. We did get some tight end catches this week. Finally, there was a couple tight end catches. Not a tight end team, but
It's far from the days of Shockey and Olsen and all these guys.
And Winslow. But I mean, and even last year, Arroyo was awesome. But with that said, I mean, we have USF coming up, 18th in the country, becomes a bigger game than we thought it was going to be.
You know, they beat 2 ranked teams. They lost to Florida because I think Florida made a lot of mistakes.
Whatever it is.
But I believe that the Canes just outweigh them. like just physically up front. Yeah,
exactly, and
there-
more speed.
I think. Look, Mario Cristobal can coach his way out of a win, but I just don't think it's here.
I agree.
I don't think it's here.
I agree with
And
you.
I'm a South Florida, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right there from your area. But I agree with you. I think this week's a win. I think it's great for our schedule when you look at strength of schedule at the end of the year. We played 18 at that time. I think that's only good for you. And I'll tell you this: we want Florida to beat LSU this week because we want that game to become something the following week. So we actually do want. I was thinking about this for strength of schedule purposes.
Yeah, but you don't want them coming in on a high either because
we don't want them. We don't want them. We want because they would if they beat LSU, they can come back in the top 25. And now we're playing a top 25 team. I actually am rooting for Florida this week. Don't typically root for Florida. Go Florida.
I happen to agree with you. I'd rather them come on a win than back-to-back losses because now they feel like their back's against the wall. But that coach, didn't they just extend him?
I can't believe they extended this guy. I mean, my Gator friends who are diehards. I mean, I got some that are very in with the programs.
nuts. They're nuts.
I got a friend that's really in with that program, and they are, I won't give names, but they are down on this coach. I mean, they are down on him.
Some good players. I mean, Lagway's good.
Yeah, Lagway's awesome, but for them to score, what was this? Did they only score 9 points last week?
No, they scored more than
Was it
It
a
was
14?
16-15.
Okay, so but it was a low scoring game.
Anthony, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to us playing FSU, and if we beat FSU, basically,
I think our season. I
think
happen to agree with you. If we can
I
get
don't want
through
to
this,
talk too much,
I
but
agree with you.
let's just say it looks good for us.
If we
Getting
get
into
through
the
South
playoffs.
Florida Gators and Florida State, I think the season looks great. I think we could all agree with
I would
that.
agree.
We still have SMU that we can't just throw in the back window.
Honestly believe Florida State is the real challenge because they look.
Of course.
They look.
And
they
the
look
quarterback
like they could
looks good.
potentially be. I mean, 77 points. I don't care if it's a bad team.
I agree with you.
77 points.
Agree with you. 77 points, and I say the same thing. You score that kind of points, that's a lot of points against the team. And this guy looks very confident, the quarterback for FSU. This guy looks like he's in the mix.
I mean, is that the big change this year from LSU? I don't know.
No
I'm not
doubt. Yeah, no,
following
yeah,
it. Is it their quarterback?
they had
It's all transfer portal, just like everything else, transfer portal. But it's a big time program. So why wouldn't you want to go to? They're in the ACC. They're in a Power 5 conference. So they're gonna get players.
And he's cocky. He's a cocky guy, but he's a good cocky. Like I even like his cockiness. I mean, obviously I don't like him. He's on FSU, but he's got a good cockiness going. That guy looks very confident, looks very into the game, and he looks like he wants to win. It's scary. I think the Canes still will win that FSU game, but we'll get there in a few weeks.
I say that's going to be a really telling sign once again for Carson Beck because it's another big time game for him to. I think by then, I mean, he just looks so fluid. He looks confident. He looks relaxed. He played in the SEC. It wasn't like he was playing against slouches. So what did he put up like 8,000 yards with Georgia?
No, whatever he did, but again, he played. You got to imagine if he was a starter for Georgia. He's ain't no slouch. I mean, Georgia ain't going after slouches. Towards the end, I think he had some injury issues.
You're not paying him,
Anthony.
But it wasn't just the pay. It wasn't. It was.
But I miss these kids playing for the love of the game.
I agree.
He got paid $3 to $4 or $5 million to play this game. He's not playing for the. I've gone to Miami for 3 years. This is my.
We're getting used to it.
I
I understand what you're saying. I understand.
Is that the colleges and the NCAA make the billions of dollars and they don't give them to the players? They're the ones without them. They're nothing. How do you not?
But I think
here's your free education.
I agree. I agree with Eric, and I agree with you.
A slice of pizza.
I agree with both of you, but there needs to be systems in play, and I think we've talked about it before. There needs to be systems in play where maybe there's a 2-year restriction where they have to stay with the team for at least 2 years. I agree. There's got to be. It can't be an every year thing because there's going to be no cohesion.
Yeah, just like in the NFL or any major players association, there's a collective bargaining agreement. And that's something that's going to happen. There'll be something collectively bargained for, and these are the things that they'll set the standards. Because right now it's like the wild, wild west. The team with the most money gets the best players. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but it means that you're going to get.
You're saying they're going to put like a cap limit, so to speak.
They've got to do something with the cap.
Some sort of cap. Maybe there are restriction that you can't go in the portal for 2 years. Like you got to stay with a team for at least 2 years. There's got to be something that you can't leave for.
I
think there should be a 2 year restriction.
I disagree. I think there will be a restriction on the
max. I think they should cap NILs at $1 million and spread the wealth amongst all the other players that are playing.
They do that already.
The other players, remember, there's a difference. Someone taught it to me that he's very involved in this. There's a difference between, and I don't want to get into it because I don't know enough about it yet, but there's a difference between NIL and then the other things. NIL, all the kids get to some degree, and it is spread around. Some get more than others, but then you have, what's the other thing? There's another thing that other players get, that the ones that are really good, they get They make money on top of the NIL money. There's two things going on.
Right, hold on, right, correct. NIL is the money the college is giving the player to play there. Then there's money they can make. So let's say Nike wants to do it, so now Nike's paying them.
Yeah.
The school's paying them. Oh, and let's say Chick-fil-A wants to do something, now Chick-fil-A, Nike. That's how Caitlin Clark made so much money.
Yeah, but the NIL, they're all making money, but some are making more than others still. But they are spreading the NIL. But then other players do make money. Like if they're studs, they're going to make millions on other things themselves. Listen, it's like Eric says, it's the Wild West right now. The NCAA and the players, and listen, let's be honest, even President Trump has gotten involved in this. He passed an executive order or something recently, even though I don't know if he's got the power to any of this, but it's something that's discussed. It's something that's being discussed. Something's got to be done. We know that. I don't know quite what it is yet.
a few years.
It will take a few years for it to clean itself up.
Yeah. Let's spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel. Around and around it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Alien rock, check it. Doctors, no. It landed on. Wait. Wait, what is it doing? Oh, it looks like it's going to be checking into the swingers maze. So I don't know if you saw this, but there was a piece of real estate. It's a motel in Palm Springs, and it was a swingers motel. And inside of the swingers motel is like a maze, like a sex maze. So my question, you have to see, would you buy it? Would you buy this property? And if you did, what would you do with it? So imagine it's a big, it's got a pool. It's a big motel, like a Motel 8 type of motel, like a U shape. And it's like inside, it's got a maze, a sex maze.
What happens? And you catch a prize, you get banged or something?
No, I didn't
Well,
go to the sex motel.
I don't understand what you mean by a sex maze.
I didn't get to see it.
But what is it?
You're not explaining it in detail.
You're not explaining it.
It explains to me.
So when you go to
Inside of this motel where you can go and swing was a maze. It was a swingers hotel.
So basically you go into different parts of the
The banging maze.
It's a banging maze. That's kind of, I mean, I think, didn't you go to a place like this once? I mean, you could tell the story.
I did.
You didn't go to a swingers maze. You
Well, I've
went
been
to
to, fortunately, and without saying too much, I'm going to try to be careful here because my wife will fault me for this, but I did go to a fetish party with a few friends.
That's right. Before you were married.
Actually,
well, before
I'm sorry. It was a swingers party at the Diplomat Hotel, and the Diplomat's in South Florida in Hollywood. It was the only time they ever did a swingers party because they got in trouble with the city. And we walked into the hotel. Now, this is a family hotel, convention center. People come from all over, and it's family based. They decided to shut it down for one night, and it was a pure screw hotel. You're walking into the lobby, people are, if I may, banging on the floor of the lobby. It was really weird.
Did you get involved at all?
I did not, but I actually
You did not partake.
I never got naked. I actually just walked into a few hotel rooms while they were doing it. Like all the rooms are open. You can walk into every room.
Did you just watch?
There were certain rooms open where they invite you to come in.
Did you go in?
Of course I did.
And did you get involved?
Well, no, I'm a bit old-fashioned. I'm not used to this, and I do get performance anxiety. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like the worker. They were sitting on top. I was just like
You with Allison?
I was with Allison. I was with a few friends of ours, Allison and Nara.
Just walking around, there's people just.
We're just laughing our asses off. We could not believe it. We're so PG, rated PG lifestyle.
But we're not. But our thought process. But I think I'm like you. I would get performance anxiety. The whole thing would be too much for me.
I mean,
and I'm a pretty progressive guy. I'm all for it. But I wouldn't get involved in it. Would you? I'm saying obviously single, no wife. Just not my thing. Like I'd watch maybe. I'd find it interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would enjoy having sex with an audience.
Yeah.
Maybe in the right scenario, potentially. Like I don't know. Like I'd have to be like something like that happened on White Lotus. On the boat, and you with the girls, and the drugs, and the fireworks, and then all of a sudden you're in bed with a bunch of other people. Okay, it just kind of happens, and I'm touching you, and you're touching me, and I'm doing this, and you're doing that, and then you wake up and you're like, what just happened? And you do it all over again.
I will say this. I went to a fetish party with this guy right here, and with other friends in 2011, I remember, and I'll never forget, we were dressed up in diapers, and we had a great time. It was in Fort Lauderdale. I'll never forget this one guy went into the bathroom and he was he was peeing on a woman's hand.
Oh, Jesus.
And I thought that was a bit too. I was like, this is way above my pay grade.
Can you imagine someone peeing on my hand?
I would faint on.
What would I?
I thought it was disgusting.
What would I do if someone peed on my hand?
It was
like you were on
disgusting.
fire.
I think
I probably didn't tell myself.
These guys are,
carry yourself.
people were getting whipped in different rooms. It was a bit overwhelming. I enjoyed my time.
I was wearing a dog collar.
Hold on.
The leash. And there was a leash.
Jonathan, we actually have pictures of this, and I will send you some pictures of it. I have the picture of
Yeah,
us
I know
together.
the picture.
Now we're not going to have the other picture of me dancing. Maybe I'll do
Oh, the video.
The video.
Oh my
I got the video. I have pictures where you guys are going to love watching this.
Oh my!
Or at least Jonathan has.
I can't even imagine this.
We have it from that time.
And you were all married at this time?
No.
Oh, this is
We were
pre-marriage.
We were single. Just happened last week.
Hold on, just to paint the picture, you're not supposed to be videoing. Now the quality, because the quality of phone wasn't. Well, no. Well, not only that, but it was inside a nightclub, and not only that, but it was. Think about it, it was like on a BlackBerry, right? Because iPhone didn't exist yet, so the quality of the phone wasn't that good. So I actually edited it because it was a lot shorter, and I made it longer, and then I put the 2 Live Crew song "Me So Horny" behind it. So it's Daniel. So it's Daniel dancing with a girl in a diaper.
Why were you wearing a diaper?
We were just having fun.
Hold on, we were ready to get into the
club.
It's the only way you can get in.
Hold on. So, and then the inside was a cage. So he was on one side of the cage, and there's a woman on the other side of the cage, and he's
groping the cage.
Oh yeah,
the girl was
Instead of
into
giving-
But you had to go to this party with like the thing on your neck,
Yes.
and you were in a diaper.
Wouldn't let us in. Hold on.
I will say this.
How did you guys know that?
Not let us
like,
in.
how did you? You
Just to go to Walgreens and pick up. The guy's like, you're not allowed to go in with your pants on. For like,
Let us in the way we were dressed. They said
That's
you're
correct.
not,
We had to
you're
go to
not fetish
Walgreens.
enough for us.
Oh, so you had to get into the
bought
fetish
diapers.
mode.
Yeah,
And it was
we bought
just you
diapers.
two.
And then but then when we came back, and they were like, Jesus Christ, you guys really want to come in that I mean, it's ridiculous. We're wearing dog collars and diapers. I mean, it was ridiculous.
It sounds
I
ridiculous.
don't think my rabbi would approve. I mean, he might have been disappointed.
I think I got whipped that night. That black lady, she was just like, whoosh. Oh yeah, it was an interesting evening.
Jesus.
We lived a spicy life.
Spicy.
Look, life is what you make of it. I actually, when we spin the wheel again, I want to put another topic on there.
We're going.
See, can you pass me one of the topic sheets? You gotta give me one.
I could tell you took one of your gummies tonight.
Yeah. Your mouth is
You're
a
on a
little dry.
gummy. Your mouth's dry. You're high. He's high on screen. That's just so you know. I could tell right away. I know you very well.
He is.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're high in the sense you're doing a great job. Don't get me wrong, and you're conducting and you're leading this very well. But I could tell when you're a little higher than normal. I feel like this one has hit you a little.
He's talking slower.
He's talking sort of slower, and he's sort of and he loses just slightly his train of thought, just a little more than normal.
Hold on. Look, I don't lie. I don't drink.
No, I'm not judging you.
But I'm micro dosing
Every little bit.
I'm not judging.
I micro.
Eric, what are you doing? Don't run away.
I micro dose, and I try new gummies. And this is a new gummy, even though it's a low dosage. It's a little bit strong.
And then you. I get it. Listen, I get it.
a little bit.
I'm not judging you for it, just so you know.
I'm in a good mood, and as I would say, F your feelings. And let's spin that wheel, because it's time to spin that.
You take this one? Of course.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
This I want. I hope it goes. I'm praying it goes on this topic that I want.
Hold on. You have to see what topic.
Cross our fingers.
Across our fingers.
Oh.
Okay. This is on a Netflix documentary that I saw yesterday. Daniel, did you watch it?
I did not. I had not had time.
Okay. The Netflix documentary was called Unknown Number: The High School Catfish.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give away this thing.
Spoiler alert, if you have no idea or you're living under a rock and you don't know what this is about, turn it off. I did. I didn't want to. I found my kind of entertainment.
Did this not blow your goddamn mind?
Yeah, I mean, when you find out who actually is the one sending the text messages, you would think to yourself,
Don't tell me.
why in the world would
Maybe we won't spoil it, but Jesus Christ. I mean,
80,000 messages?
80, and it just was I don't know about you. I just found the story to be completely insane. I found the messages to be insane.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, when you find out who sends the messages, it's even more insane. I was like, Where does our world come into?
This isn't
I'm not
staged.
going to spoil it now.
This
You
is
know what?
not
I agree with you.
staged.
But we will talk about it's not. We will talk about it next week because I want you guys to watch it.
There were too many people involved, like that they interviewed for it to be fake.
Oh yeah. No.
It happened to
So did you watch it at the end, the whole
I
thing
have
through?
not. Well, I'm gonna watch it tonight. Now you got.
It's gonna blow your goddamn mind.
Well,
But it's not gonna blow your mind.
It involves two kids. They're in high school. They're dating. And then all of a sudden they start getting text messages.
and being harassed.
They're being harassed, but not.
And then beyond harassed.
Yeah, beyond.
I mean, like where either one of them commit suicide, the person harassing them is saying the most insane things on earth.
For Anthony to raise his voice like that, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh my God!
For 2 years, these messages came.
Didn't stop. Like
They don't know where they came from.
They don't know.
Well, they finally, the FBI got involved.
We'll stop.
We'll stop. I'm not going to spoil it.
We're not gonna spoil it.
Because if you haven't watched it,
Was it a nefarious reasoning?
No.
oh, you're not. That's going to annoy you at the end, I think, the most. But again, when you see and you hear the person's rationale for why they did it, it's just all ridiculous.
To be perfectly honest,
It was insane.
This is just, I just don't. Wendy wanted to watch it because it's been all over Facebook. She's like, oh, I want to watch it. I want to watch it. So I'm like, okay, let's watch it. And I'm like, I don't enjoy this type of entertainment. To me, to see people suffering like that, and then when you find out like how they suffer, I'm like, I would have preferred not knowing that this shit ever existed. I don't want to like.
You think how fucked up the world is and that there's people like this. I agree with you. It sort of really throws you off that this person can do something like this. It's just all crazy. I thought it was crazy. It hit me hard, that
We're
one.
so desensitized to things like that nowadays. You know,
But I thought that was beyond even our today insanity.
And you have to
That's what I'm
watch it. I
saying.
don't want to say
Like,
I would only think. I guess it does ruin it, but I mean, you'll watch it.
I will say that Netflix's documentaries are definitely stepping up to the plate.
Holy
because I just finished watching Love Con. I don't know if you've seen that, where these people that love their spouse or significant other were conned by them, and
I've seen those.
hundreds of thousands.
Crazy.
Of dollars.
Just finish their money.
Some got married, some just. Now I'm not going to switch it because obviously I'm dying to see the Catfish. But I watched this with my wife, and we're just like, these people. You think they're so stupid? They're brainwashed. Their significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, strung them along and took all their money and cleaned them out after 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's crazy.
well, it's funny because you say that. I don't, you know me, I only watch really politics or sports. I don't really watch much TV.
you used to
and
watch-
I watch
you
Law and
used to
Order.
watch 60
I watch all my,
Minutes.
and
You used to
I
watch
did,
60
and I watch my Law and Orders, and I watch all my Chicago's. That's my shows.
Chicago Fires.
But during this, after basketball season ends, and it's only baseball season, it's a dead time. I got into a Netflix documentary and like you said, they really have some great documentaries.
doing a great
I
job.
went through all of them, and like especially the crime ones. I went through all of them. They really do a good job. They really make them like they keep your attention because I don't really love that stuff that much. But this one did hit me. Like my wife watched it the night before, and she said, "You have to watch it, honey." And for her to say, and then I watched it. I was like, "This is insane." And I think my wife.
How messed up in the head?
They have to be. That's why you say it did. Like, how is there a human being on the planet
And then how do you
like
continue?
this?
And then how do you continue?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Anyways, let's not say anymore. Who wants to spin the wheel? Daniel, you want to spin the wheel, or you want me to spin the wheel?
Why don't I? It's up to you. I'm pretty easygoing. No. I feel like I'm in Vegas, baby. Let's go. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune.
Train to nowhere.
Wedding Crashers, Felony Edition. You've seen the movie, right? Right? These guys, they go to weddings, they have fun on the expense of the bride.
Oh, I saw this one that you're talking about.
You've seen, right?
I saw the one you're about to go into. I think I saw.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Mob and Meatloaf. It's a great movie. So now think about this: you're at a wedding, you're enjoying it. Guy shows up, he has a drink, hangs out for a second, and then he steals your box of envelopes of gifts and stuff.
80 G's in it.
60.
Oh, I thought it was 80.
Whatever, $80,000 in gifts. He gets in a car, an SUV, and they drive away.
They have it on. No.
They caught him. No, they did.
Oh, they
caught
did catch him?
They caught him.
They have him on video. The
have
guy
him on
sort of
video.
hung around the party. I saw it on Inside
He hung
Edition.
around, he got a drink.
He had a drink. He was sort of staying around, and then he waited. They were all dancing on the floor at this one moment. He steals their wedding. At the wedding, I think they said 80,000. I could have sworn they said 80.
60, 80,000.
60, 80,000. And the guy runs off, gets in a car. Car's waiting for him outside. Gets in the car with the box and runs off.
He's gone.
I mean, this is terrible. I mean, this is where we are. I mean, who does that?
I agree.
I mean, who does that?
It's terrible.
It's just a weird story. I saw that too, and I thought it was weird.
Yeah, and also as we learn about podcasting, we should all learn to silence It looks like we go to the movies.
That's Daniel.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
That's right. Silence your phone. But that was an interesting one. I saw that, Eric, and
I thought that was interesting. And also in the news, like I put the alien rock on there, and I put that on there because I think it's very interesting because the way they describe it as something that is not going the normal trajectory that a asteroid would, and where it's coming from is interstellar. And they say it produces its own light. It doesn't have a traditional tail, and it's gotten brighter, 5 times brighter as it's gotten closer to us. And now people are suggesting that it's made by something other, that it's man-made, that it's speeding up, slowing down, it's changing its course. It's not like.
I feel like I saw something about this also. What was this on?
I read it in the news.
I feel like you and I are reading same news. I read something about this also.
3-Eye Atlas is what it's called.
And so what? I mean, what is it though? Like,
they don't know what it is.
It's a conspiracy. You think it's a conspiracy theory?
No, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I think that there's these giant telescopes all over the world. Yeah. And they're constantly looking into the sky. And when you start to see things, you start to notice patterns. Some of them are asteroids that you hear about, like, oh, it's going to come this close to Earth. So this is something like that. That's, it's moving through. They monitor things that are decent size because how close, but it's not following a normal trajectory. They're saying that it's interstellar.
So that's coming controlled?
That they feel that it's like man-made or alien spacecraft.
Oh, space.
I still believe we're a science project from another civilization. They're testing us. We're like a bunch of ants. They're testing. Let's let these ants build their little anthill here.
Could you imagine?
That's what I feel like it's like.
You do feel that way sometimes. I do. Especially these.
We are somebody else's.
Do you feel that when you're on your?
Well, here let's look at it like this. You've seen things in a petri dish build, right? And now inside that is organisms that are actually living, that are growing into something more and more and more. Yeah. And then until you clean it, put it away. I believe that we are very similar, right? If you think about this is what happens when you lose your train of thought.
I get you, but listen, we're not
Don't
perfect.
do weed. Don't smoke, kids. Stay in school.
I'm with you. I'm actually with you. This is a part of my thing. Remember, I told you I want listening more. I want to listen.
Yeah.
Keep going. Even though this is a project, even though it's a subject, I have no interest in it. I've never been. I'm not. But I'm actually trying to listen and understand it.
Time is a construct that humans created. Yeah. Now, granted, they use a calendar and a system to build it, but it
has a lot to do with gravity.
Hold on. But it's something that we as humans have used our calculations to create. We created the time. Yeah. So how we see time could be really fast or slow depending on. This could really be like seconds. As we were, if Daniel's.
If you watch the movie Interstellar, this will go along with a lot of what he's saying. I'm a big fan of science fiction movies. Watch Interstellar, you'll get a lot of what we're saying. But I agree with you 100%. Time is something in this side of the galaxy. It's based on it's all about gravitational pulls and the way our Earth is spinning. Time is different in other parts of the galaxies. There's a lot of civilizations that are not biological. We're biological, the three of us.
You guys are into some I've never been into this.
It's philosophical.
But no, but I'm trying to get.
We're one of a trillion. They say there's a trillion galaxies. Now, let's put things in perspective. How big is our galaxy, the Milky Way? I don't want to get scientific and go crazy here. People are boring. How many planets are in our galaxy?
I have no clue.
A trillion, or 100 billion trillion planets in our galaxy, the Milky Way. Now you think about this, Milky Way is big. It would take you forever to get from one end to the other. We're like somewhere kind of towards the left-hand side, and it's impossible to get to the other side your whole life. We're just one of a trillion galaxies. Yeah. Now think about that for a second.
Guys, there's more out there for sure. There's for sure.
Trillion.
Yeah.
It's not even.
There's a lot going on out there.
It's too much. You can't fathom it. It's infinite.
It's infinite.
Because space is expanding.
Jesus.
So there has to be other civilizations, right? There has to be. It's a numbers game.
Is that a brain thing? Like to me, it interests me what you're talking about. It just never hit me though. Like I've never been able to even in class, I was never good at science. I couldn't conceptualize this stuff. Is that a brain thing?
Yeah, no, it's never,
like what you're talking about, I get it, but I don't get it.
It's a matrix thing. You know what I'm saying? We're busy paying our taxes, busting our ass, having kids, whatever, living our life. We don't see the bigger picture. We're insignificant. We're nothing.
But we're not insignificant. But we're not insignificant here. We're here though, on our life.
We are a pimple on an ape's ass.
I agree with that.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell. Not even right, because in the grand scheme, the Earth is what they say. We're 4 billion.
We're
years
a
old?
piece of hair on an ape's ass.
Okay, I get that. I know, but I get what you're saying. But it's then what you're saying
We're
is that.
also a blip in history.
But what you're saying, like us doing, but that's still within our little matrix, whatever our little world is. That's what we are.
To blow you away now, we actually might not even be around. We might be living in the past. The future might be somewhere else. In other words, we're in our time. But our time might have been millions
passed.
of years
We're
ago.
still- right.
And there are other civilizations that are way in the future because time is of a different.
Oh, Jesus.
This is way,
you're saying no.
like I wanted
This
to.
is why. This is why I don't smoke weed personally myself. I sort of go here a little when
Mind
I.
expansion and
Jesus.
thinking outwards is kind of what it's all about, right? So think about it. You say you want to listen more, but you also want to absorb and feel. You want to grow. You want to expand who you are. So it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same. Same concept. Because if you think about how quantum computers are working, they're saying that the quantum computer pulls its power from other dimensions. I'm dead serious. Look it up.
But how they do? Don't you have to have servers or something?
They say that in order for it to pull enough power in information, this is what they're kind of saying. To grab enough power, they pull it from multiple dimensions at one time. That's why it's able to solve the equation so fast.
We're just now in the beginning stages of quantum computing. I do own some stock in quantum computing. It's going to be a real thing in the next 5 to 10 years. It's going to be something of a huge.
Oh yeah, look what happened. Hold on. Oracle just went up 40% today. It's at $1 trillion. It's now $1 trillion company. And Larry Ellison is now the richest man in the world today.
Really?
Second richest.
Oracle had a 40% increase in its stock today.
What about NVIDIA?
Hold on. It's
Nvidia's still
more than the video.
No shit. Really?
He's confused. You're talking about two different things. He's talking about the richest person in the world, the richest company is NVIDIA. The richest person,
yeah, the richest person
is still Musk.
No,
I was watching
it's
the
not.
numbers. He's still worth $436 billion. Ellison is right behind him at like $300 billion.
Maybe it changed today
Today
because of the
changed
stock
because
was what he
Might
said.
be right.
No, the stock
Yeah, but-
went up
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
He
amount
made
of money.
$110
What was the
billion
reason
today.
for Oracle's increase today?
Because they're working with NVIDIA. They bought all their chips and now they had a huge it's a huge thing. It was a big number.
I got you.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
So let's run that wheel.
Well, I don't think we need to spin the wheel because there's only one more thing that happened this week that we should talk about, and that is what happens on Sunday. We have football finally. It is here. It is back. We are excited. As you heard earlier, Daniel and the Dolphins, they farted. They let out a big wet fart in Indianapolis. They're coming back to Miami for their home opener, and I believe that is a loss.
What?
I say Drake May comes out and lights your ass up. They're going to score 28 to 35 points on the Dolphins, and the fire on Mike McDaniel's ass is going to get hot, hotter than ever.
I don't know. Listen,
That's my
I can't even dispute you. I'm thinking from a logical perspective, like Daniel, I want to think like a Dolphin fan and think, okay, we're going to come off the dud and we're going to play well this week. But at the end of the day, you really don't know. Because at the end of the day, Tua was terrible last week. Tua usually is our intangible that if he's healthy, he's not terrible.
Right.
Our offensive line's whatever. We lost our starting cornerback, who I didn't even really know his name before he came to us. He was like an average guy of an average guy that I guess was great for us. And whatever. I don't know. I didn't feel like we did a lot this offseason to make us excited about them. But at the end of the day, I do think you're hearing a lot of underpinnings now about this Daniels sort of story. Players aren't playing hard for him.
His
charm has worn off.
Him out.
Yeah. And I used to say, I think I used to tell you, I used to see him, and I remember I used to tell you 2 years ago when we were on a high with McDaniels and we thought he was an offensive guru genius. I used to see him at every Heat game during the playoffs,
Yeah.
and I used to
Big
tell
smile
you,
on his face, going off
every
his
night
watch.
he was at every game. I go, coaches, the old school coaches just didn't do that. They weren't at every game every day.
And the
He went through the whole playoffs from literally the first round to the championship when we went that. He was at every game.
I think it's great. Listen.
No, it's
you
not
can't-
great. He was. Daniel, there's more to
This is one
go win.
game. One
Oh, God.
loss. This is not.
Stop.
Exactly, I agree with
Guys,
you.
One good thing that came out of that
Nothing.
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 I can't say anything. I'm
Nothing.
blinded by the
It
Dolphins'
was the
greatness.
worst.
I can't say where.
It was the worst performance in
was.
Dolphin history, other than the time they lost to Jacksonville 62
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm
Like
trying
this,
to
I
think
remember that. It was a bad game, Eric, in every
was a bad
state.
game.
There was nothing good about the game. There were from a defensive standpoint, from an offensive standpoint,
was bad.
from a special teams, everything was shit.
It happens.
You had
Perfect storm of badness. It happens.
What do you think about this new kickoff thing? I actually kind of like it. It's giving them,
because it gives them a reason.
but it's actually you're getting some run backs now. You're getting some move. I actually think
gotta
they
be
might have
creative.
figured this out finally.
Did they change the rule this year?
Yeah, 100%, and it's great. You don't see every kickoff where they can literally until you touch the ball. It says they can't move. They can't move. The guy touches,
that's the
and they're
fashion.
actually getting to the 25, 30,
love it.
and they're getting movement. Like there's something fun there.
You know, that was the only
It's so boring.
That was the only positive play with the Dolphins when they kicked off and they got in our first possession.
God,
they read the
I
Dolphin
can't even
player ran
remember
it back to like the 40-yard line. That was
even-
our best play of the
I
game.
can't even remember. The game was so bad I can't even remember.
pretty
The
it.
bad.
best play of the game
Was
Tua
scoring.
getting blindsided, sacked,
God.
and then getting back up.
Oh,
like
that-
nothing. Like, oh, he's
okay.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't get a concussion.
You know, it's funny you say that.
You all let on a big side. Go,
It's-
shit.
You say that.
I'm surprised he held on to the ball. He didn't fumble.
And he didn't fucking
I was
play the game.
impressed.
Best play of the game.
Actually, you know, it's funny you say that because the first thing you are thinking is he going to
God,
get up here?
oh,
And he
God, get
didn't.
up.
I remember
Please do it,
because he
get
got
up.
knocked there. Like he didn't know it was coming. It was one of those where he could easily.
Who? I mean,
Oh,
there was
Daniel,
no
stop! It was
blindside
that's the
block.
one you're going to talk about. I mean, with his over.
Didn't he watch the movie The Blind Side?
You know how you could always say, was it an overthrow? Like, was that a receiver that wasn't running a route? I mean, his balls just looked off. I don't care if it was even a receiver route issue.
It was just off. Area of no. Remember that over? He threw. First of all, he threw 5 feet over Tyreek Hill in one play.
It was awful.
Poor guy was jumped 4 feet, couldn't even get the ball.
It was off. I mean, just at top to bottom awful, and I agree with Eric. But Eric, I guess,
you
is
know what
excited this week because Eric.
Hey, Jonathan, raise the flag and fire those cannons
Yeah.
for another Tampa Bay victory.
Yeah, listen, I'm a fan of your guy.
Let me
I'm
tell
a
you
fan
what,
of your guy.
I told you earlier that Baker Mayfield
He's
is
great.
a gamer, and man, that
Who's my
team-
starting quarterback, Eric?
that team-
Who's my starting quarterback, Eric?
Baker Mayfield.
Thank you.
You guys
came back to win that game. It was a
Come
good
on,
win.
he is a general on the field. The
He is.
players listen to him.
Yeah.
He is out there like
Respect him.
one of them. They love him and respect him.
And he got a
as
great
gamer.
personality. Just
yeah.
you watch him on TV,
He's
got
kind of like the coach mentally, like telling.
Not even the coach. He's just got a
kind of
good.
like
He's a
Dan
player's
Marino-esque,
player.
The way he screams at them, the way he
love-
does.
they
They like
love
him.
him.
He's a
They
likable
like
guy.
him.
If you watch him on TV, he's likable. That's a likable
He
dude.
really is. And then to see the rookie with the 2 touchdowns, you know, man, it's just like when you hit on a player. Like, look, with Vinny Testaverde, I was so excited for him, and he was, yeah, But yeah, to see Emeka Ibuka do what he did, and knowing that you still have Chris Godwin and Jalen McMillan coming back, yeah, man, I'm excited. I still think we lose tomorrow on Sunday. To Houston, which it's our away game. It's in Houston. I say that as a letdown game because I like the way we came back in Atlanta, and I think we have 12 wins in Tampa. But unfortunately, there's losses in there. So I'm throwing an early loss because I think we're just going to get better and click as a team. We get Tristan Wirfs back to protect Baker. But whatever. Lots of things excite me about this. The Jets are good.
Wow, I mean, we don't know yet. They still lost the game. Aaron Rodgers looked
Aaron
good.
Rodgers looked
He did.
good. He gave everybody in New York the big middle finger.
Yeah.
A few guys, I can still play.
But he's, you know, but I think he's a bit cheesy for a 41-year-old. He should, and for someone that's had the career he's had, no one was a bigger Rodgers fan than me. You saw me for 5 years in fantasy. He's the only guy he took first. I wanted Rodgers. But I thought he was a bit cheesy. Like, yeah, I liked winning. I liked beating the whole Jets organization. I think when you're like someone like a Peyton Manning which I put him in that realm, Peyton, I put him up there with Brady. You got to be a little more professional. I feel like that guy's off. I don't know. Mentally, he's not all there. He cares what people think too much. He's that kind of, and I don't feel like quarterback
He's really
should.
into the mind expansion thing,
Yeah.
right? He's a kooky guy.
He's a kooky guy.
I guess technically you don't really know him, right? You don't know.
No, but he comes on enough shows. He comes on enough shows that you get a feel of him. He does the What's It Called show every week, the McAfee show. So he's putting himself out there for you to get to know him. And I find him to be a bit kooky. Like I don't like it.
He's crazy or anything. I
Well,
think
what else happened? Like, what else did you see exciting in the NFL? So, I mean, anything that excited you or made you?
Well, the Baltimore game was crazy. Obviously, that was crazy.
That was the best game.
I mean,
Lamar Jackson is the king of losing that game.
yeah, against the Bills.
Not even against the Bills. just
it's not his fault.
Well, you can't blame
Lamar Jackson for that game.
Well, you can't blame Lamar for that game.
That was Henry's loss.
Actually, no, that was
understand, but
Henry's
Henry's
fumble.
fumble.
Henry's fumble was the clear. Yeah,
But
if they hold on for that possession, they win.
was a
game.
huge,
Yeah.
huge
That would have been
throw.
another 2-3 minutes off the
look
clock.
And they missed an extra point.
Yeah, that extra point was huge.
Just like the Dolphins looked at Tua for victory, the same thing with Lamar. It doesn't matter. When the team loses, they look at him and there's always these close games where he loses those games. I'm just saying he loses those games.
They lost because they turned over the ball more than Buffalo did.
Oh,
I mean, they made more mistakes than Buffalo did.
But he's phenomenal. Daniel, you can see our dad's arm there. Look at that.
Hi, Daddy.
Look at our dad.
I think Baltimore is the better team. I think Joe Flacco at his age looked pretty damn good. I was really surprised. I thought Joe Burrow and that offense would look better. Either Cleveland's defense is much better than we thought it was, or not, I mean, they know they're good, but like really good to stop an offense like Joe Burrow, or he's just warming up.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of for a first week. It was.
How
there was
Cam Ward?
Yeah, I thought Cam played great. He had a lot of drops. They would have won without those drops.
Yeah.
There was like 4 or 5
I
drops.
thought Cam played great, and I think Cam's good. Like I said, I'm not just again
non-review.
Not because I'm a Kane fan. I really always thought that he would be a good NFL quarterback, or he could be great.
Looks like he got what it takes. He was making the throws.
He was making the throws.
He didn't look rattled.
And he didn't get mad at his guys. And I love the way, he's such a team guy. And he was even with the Canes. If you watch his post game, like he didn't blame his guys for dropping those passes. He just looked at other things he could have done. But he never blames receiver. He's just not that guy.
It goes back to being that guy that people you want, right?
Yeah.
Because that when your guys care for you that much, they'll.
And Baker has that. That's why I'm a big.
That's why Brady was so good, because he commanded the respect.
Yeah.
Especially after you win that many Super Bowls, it's even easier, right?
Yeah.
Like this is how we do it. They're like, all right, fall in line.
But him and Brady. But I feel like they're different when you talk about someone like Baker and Brady. Different sort of leadership skills.
Yes.
They actually have, when you think Brady he was such an elite player that's where his respect was. They just knew that they were playing at a certain level. Baker's not even close to a Brady, but he demands respect because of just his guys like him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they necessarily liked Brady per se. They respected him because they're like, we're playing with the best.
Actually,
we have to play the best.
I was listening to Brady on a podcast. It was a very interesting interview, and you guys should listen. He was just talking about how he knew every play, basically. That he says, I wasn't more athletic than anybody.
No, he wasn't. We know that.
I knew most of the time what plays they were going to call. I saw that he was, so-and-so was going to blitz, and I would tell my line, he's going to blitz, be ready.
He was an XMO guy. He was an XMO.
Just a slight position.
Yeah.
If the guy moved his foot to the right or left, he knew that was either a blitz or they were dropping back. I thought that was pretty impressive.
Brady goes in those realms of like the Kobe's. Like when you think of it, like there's preparation guys. Like their life when they were playing their particular sports was that sport.
Brilliant at the game.
No, but they weren't. Kobe wasn't. Well, Kobe was athletic as shit. You can't even put him in. Brady was so unathletic compared to others, but he was so prepared. He was the most prepared, and he was the most prepared, and he showed it.
Think how prepared he must be now because of what he does now.
Oh yeah,
he
for
must
sure.
Be super prepared. And by the way,
I don't love him at this. I don't love him at this.
And the Raiders, I think the Raiders are actually pretty good. Ashton Genty, I think that guy Brock Bowers. I know he got hurt, but he looks good.
Yeah.
And Geno Smith's like, I can still play. I don't know.
They got Crosby. Don't they have the defensive guy?
Yeah. It's a big beast.
They paid him big money.
I thought they looked good. I thought Denver I thought they would look better.
I thought Denver would look better. They were
better
than
the Dolphins.
Oh, everybody is.
Damn it.
Chargers look.
Everybody we've discussed since the Dolphin game is better than the Dolphins. And that I will tell you for sure.
Herbert took a hit that most guys. I mean, he didn't even. I mean,
yeah.
I'm curious.
Herbert looks stellar. He looks stellar.
It was an interesting week. It was a good week of football. There were some really good games. I mean, obviously, for Daniel and I, it was awful. It just, it tore.
More for me, your love for the Dolphins, I feel like is you're.
Here he goes.
But
yeah, you try to test before the show, just so you know, he tried to test my skills by asking me like little details about things back in 2008 that I said, oh, you're trying to test my skills? I love my Dolphins. They're just very disappointing from top to bottom. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the losing. I'm getting tired of it. I'm not saying we can't change the season and maybe go into a playoff run. Listen, the NFL's weird, but what I saw on Sunday was pretty bad.
Hold on, I'm going to tell you something.
Freaking bad.
And I'm going to say it because this is what I want. Dolphin Nation, I'm sorry. To people who watch this show, I'm sorry now, but I want the Dolphins to lose every single game. And I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell you why. Because the memes that are coming out now with Tua turnover and all the. And the Mike McDaniel, they're great. They're hysterical. Keep them coming. If you have some, you're creative, you want to write a song, a parody about the Dolphins losing.
I will tell you, I am off Mike McDaniels. And I've been off of them for about a year, and I told you why.
And they could end up with Arch Manning.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well,
You get the number
I don't know.
one
I don't know if I love
Either way,
Archie. I
either way,
don't know if I
the Dolphins also get the number 1 pick. They can get rid of Tua. They can get Mike McDaniel. And that whole
Give him on $200 million.
No, but I told you last year. I told Tua's cap space is $76 million. They showed it the other day, or some crazy number.
If the Cleveland Browns can eat Deshaun Watson and have 5 freaking quarterbacks on their team, they can dump Tua. They'll find a way.
Is he even playing anymore?
No, it's like the third, 4 or 5. He's hurt, and he's
All
like,
that money he's getting doesn't have to
and
do
he's still there. Well, in 4 or 5. But
They don't want anything to do
I
with
want to
him.
go back to McDaniel. Daniel,
I find that so
last
Why?
year.
He's getting paid all that money.
That's what I'm saying, but it's like he was so amazing.
He
on
was.
the Texans.
Juicy.
And what a fall from grace. The guy gets a few happy endings that destroys his
like
life.
24.
No, but you gotta be specific with that. The happy endings that maybe the women didn't want. It's one thing to go to happy endings and it's
You forced a woman to jerk you off.
he
Oh,
kept.
there you go.
Well, he
Did it
didn't.
again.
No, that wasn't the
I don't
story.
believe that.
That wasn't the story. The story is he would take it out without it being a regular massage.
He would just pull it on and start
Just
winking.
pulling out, and they were like, "What the hell's going on?" Yeah, it wasn't like he went to a facility.
That's an interesting strategy. Just whip it out and wait.
Deshaun Watson, do you want a piece? I mean, I'm the starting quarterback. And
I had no idea.
But back to McDaniels. Daniel, last year, every time Tua's out, we have a backup that comes in. He knows that could happen. He knows what's happening to him.
Done a better job
So you're
this year.
going to tell me that other than Tua, no one else could. You're an offensive guru. You are Mike McDaniels, this offensive genius that I don't know if you saw Rex Ryan ripping him up.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, did Rex rip him up. But with that said, this offensive-minded guru, and yet we have backup comes in and we go from the best offense in the league where we can't even move the football. You're going to tell me that that's acceptable. I knew he was a joke then. Because if you're an offensive guru,
It's not
Daniel,
acceptable.
when you have you got to be smart enough that if you have your backup coming in, you play to his skills, use my offensive guru-mindedness, and he never did it. We never had anybody other than Tua that could run his offense.
Just pick a different play.
Yeah.
Pick different plays. If you're an offensive guru, change what you
Change
do.
it to your quarterback skill. The new guy that comes in skill. You are Mike McDaniels.
He's trying. He gets an A for effort.
Daniel, he's awful.
Daniels, I'm still behind you, and I'm the minority, obviously. But
Mike, I'm
still
off.
a long season.
I liked you in the beginning. I got to be honest. I was on the Mike McDaniels train.
See what they do.
I'm off
against
the
New
train,
England.
Mike.
Let's
I'm
see what
sorry.
they do. It's a big game. If they get their ass kicked, I think there's going to be some firings going on.
Well, I read an article that there's. Did you read that article? I don't know. No, not John Gruden. That. And you know they do it themselves. The organization they plug it. They're giving him 6-7 games, and if we're awful, he's going to be fired in the season. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true.
Hold on. I'm telling you right now, like I said, I want them to lose every game. So you're going to lose to you're going to lose to the Patriots next, then you're going to lose to the Bills, then you're going to lose to the Jets. You're going to be 0-4,
Jesus.
and it's going to be terrible. And they're going to fire Mike McDaniels
After the Jets.
Okay, I got to
Hold on, Eric. I got a bet for you.
You know what? I'm gonna take this bet. I got an interesting bet for you because now
But he bases it on nothing.
You pissed me. No. Dolphins will win at home. It's their home opener. They're not losing to the Patriots.
said they were gonna be
They're making it.
close.
They still have
You
a
have no
lot.
credibility.
You have no credibility. I agree with you, Eric.
Skinny.
I'm with you. I'm a diehard Dolphin fan.
The Dolphins still have a lot of talent.
They do. But they're not playing for him, Daniel. They're not into. There's no energy.
Listen to me. They're going to win. Now, if they lose, if they win,
Mediocre. We made Daniel Jones look like Manning.
okay. I got to.
No, hold on. I want to hear. Hold on.
they win.
Hold on. I want to hear Daniel's bet. Okay.
If
let's
the
bet.
Dolphins beat New England, we all have to go to a Hurricane game, and you have to dress up in the opposing team the Hurricanes play. We'll have to choose a game this year.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
No, not you.
I don't like
him.
it, but I don't want it to be with him.
And you have to
He's got to sit with me.
It doesn't matter. You have to root for the opposing team,
You can't
and you have to have a no.
I would enjoy that.
And you have to have pom poms with you.
I'm
You
not
have to
bringing
have
him.
pom-poms.
I wouldn't bring him to a game.
We're doing it.
Not with me.
And
They'd
if
say
I
with
lose
me.
and I dress up, let's even say it's the worst team. Well, who's the worst team we're playing this year at home? Who are the Hurricanes
You
playing?
have to wear the opposing.
I will. Who are we playing at
I
home?
don't-
After FSU, who are we playing at home?
We have.
Think about it. Think quick.
I don't put up our schedule. I mean, I don't know. I forget
will
who.
dress
We have
up in-
Pittsburgh
and wear
away.
all their shirts and clothes.
We have we have.
This is a real bet. I'm all for it because I know we are winning on Sunday, and I'm willing to.
I think
You know,
we got a
put
better
the-
catch than that.
I like that. I'm going to dress.
Why
up
would you have to do it for the Canes when we're finally in a season that we might be going?
because that's.
I'm not sitting with him if he's wearing another team at my Canes.
After Florida,
Florida State.
Louisville. I'll dress up in a Louisville outfit.
you're gonna wear all red.
Pure Louisville from top to bottom.
So you're just saying we're not going 0-4?
I'm just saying that this bet is if New England Patriots beat the
So you're just going this week.
He has to dress up in.
What'd you do? More
I think there should be a different bet than that, but I mean, I definitely think that the Dolphins are going to lose.
Really?
Well, okay, then you have to dress up in a Louisville cat outfit for the Louisville game. We're going to go to Louisville game.
Not scared. The Dolphins.
Do it.
Blow.
I dare you.
Dolphins.
I will dress up in Louisville.
I'm not happy with us. So you're not going to get me to
what it
you're
was?
not offending me.
And we have to get this on video for the podcast. It's going to be live.
They did.
I'm not taking him to. He's not sitting with me at the Louisville game.
That's the whole thing. We're going to do this.
8 months.
You're going to sit in my case in a leather.
That's how I know we're going to win. The
Are you
Dolphins are
hearing
gonna
me? They
win.
had 8 months to prepare for Indianapolis, a mediocre team that won 8 games last year with Joe Flacco. Now they have Daniel Jones,
And they made him look like Peyton Manning.
So they're at least another 8
Daniel
wins.
Jones is athletic. Don't put him down.
Daniel Jones
he
is
did
awful.
take Giants to
They
the
made him
playoffs.
look great.
Well, you
I
know
think the
what?
Patriots have a very good chance to win.
Okay.
The Dolphins have a great chance to win at home, of course, if they're home
Is this
over.
a bet?
We have a lot.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Get those Louisville tickets right here. This is what we're doing.
Now, look, there's only one last thing to do, and that is that, man, I am done annoying you. I think we've come into your homes long enough. So all I have to ask for you is like, subscribe, push the buttons, tell your friends about us, share our content, and if not, no sweat off our balls. That's right. F your feelings is what it's about. If you have opinions, you have thoughts, you have ideas, you have songs, parodies, poems,
I want to hear it all.
I want to hear them. Jonathan put up that link. Hit it. Call that number. Leave us some. Be creative. I don't care what
You can rip us up and tell us we suck, and then what we
Or
need to
tell us we're
improve.
great.
Or tell us we're great. We'd like to hear
we
great.
are.
That
I
would be
know I'm
nice.
great. I
We think we're great regardless if you think we're great. That's the great thing about F Your Feelings.
Write us a song, and I think there's only one way to go out.
Oh.
Because we are a comeback. And this minimizes the Dolphin season. Call it a comeback.
Great song.